What was Malcolm X's stance on separatism versus integration? Imagine a time when the fight for civil rights was heating up, and everyone was asking whether Black Americans should seek full integration or build their own separate communities. Malcolm X's views on this topic changed a lot over the years, making him one of the most complex figures of the civil rights era. In the early 1960s, Malcolm X was a strong supporter of racial separatism. As a leader of the Nation of Islam, he believed Black Americans should create their own institutions, businesses, and neighborhoods. He thought that white society was inherently racist and would never truly accept Black people as equals. Malcolm X often described white people in harsh terms based on the teachings of the Nation of Islam, which emphasized Black pride and self-reliance. He criticized the civil rights movement's push for integration, calling it a false solution that only kept Black people waiting for change that might never come. Instead, he urged Black Americans to focus on controlling their own lives, from schools to local governments, and to develop economic independence. He pointed to examples like Chinatown in New York City, which thrived without needing to integrate with white neighborhoods. Malcolm X believed that Black people should be proud of their identity and culture, and that self-determination was the way forward. But everything shifted after he left the Nation of Islam in 1964 and took a trip to Mecca. Seeing Muslims of all races praying together made him rethink some of his earlier ideas. He started to see the possibility of working with white allies once Black Americans had gained control over their own communities. Malcolm X still believed that Black people should first focus on their own empowerment, but he was open to the idea that alliances across racial lines could happen later. His later speeches suggested a more flexible approach, blending ideas of Black pride with a recognition that cooperation could be part of the future. This shift showed he was not rigid in his beliefs but was always thinking about what was best for Black Americans and their place in society. Malcolm X's evolving stance reflected the larger debates happening within the civil rights movement. Some leaders pushed for peaceful integration, while others believed Black Americans needed to stand firm and build their own power. Malcolm X's emphasis on Black self-defense, cultural pride, and independence inspired many who felt that true change would come from Black people taking control of their destiny. His ideas challenged the more moderate voices and added a new layer to the fight for racial justice. Today, his legacy reminds us that there are many ways to seek equality, and that strength often comes from knowing and valuing your own identity.